wait for a couple people to show up. But, these lives are usually just like general talk. However, I did want to talk a little bit about my channel, what I'm going to try and put on my channel versus popcorn and earbuds. So, my channel has gone through a few names. The first channel name was In the Mind of Stephanie. Then it was, I can't remember the exact order of these, but I've been also called Pagan Pages, Lattes and Typewriters, Lattes and Mockingjays, Steph's Literary Cafe, Stormy Night Dragon, and nothing really seemed to fit. First, I liked the original title, but it was just too long. And I kept trying to go with my likes, interests, but then, I started adding more things to the channel. And while this is still primarily a booktube channel, or like a book-centered channel, for the most part, I do talk about a lot of other things. I have a lot of vlogs that are just random of me going to, I don't know, thrift stores or the park or on a walk or something. And then I don't have a ton of movie content, hello, but I still do have it on the channel. So I didn't know if something that was strictly book related fit the channel anymore. Besides books, I talked a lot about spirituality and finding my spiritual path, religion, whatever. I'm still very much eclectic, but that was not the only thing that I talked about either. So that one didn't stick around too long because it just didn't fit. And then a while ago, I don't know how long it's been now, but it's been at least a few months, maybe close to, no, I don't know if it's been a whole year, I don't know, but I finally settled on a Latte Thoughts. It still represented something that I liked. I found it to be a little clever because people have used that English or Spanish, English only, and hello to everyone. Yeah, I'm a coffee drinker, and latte has been used for like a lot, and I know other people have used that one too, so it's not completely original, but it's a fun one. I don't know how you can't hear me. First one to move is gay. Well, Caleb, maybe you're gay. And that's okay. English. Jacob is getting removed. Are you a gospel singer? God, no. Absolutely not. How old are you? 36. Ethan is getting removed. Please shout him out. He would like this. Sorry, I don't know who that is. this? Girl, you move first, so you're gay. I mean, kind of. Um, what's your name? Stephanie. Not much maturity in some of these comments today. No, they're not. If somebody has a hard time accepting themselves, what advice would you give them? Um, that's a good one. Just remember that everyone has good and bad qualities, and you should focus more on your good ones. Like, that's what I try to tell myself. Yeah. And you're uniquely you, and you should be proud of that. Are you seeing my comment? I think I did, but I'm not sure. Absolutely not. This is boring. Well, leave. No one told you to come here. I'm just sitting here chatting about my channel. I find it boring, and I don't know what you find exciting. I'm just sitting here talking about my channel, and you know, um, conversation just started, so. Anyways, yeah, so I finally settled on a name. And I think it's going to stick for a while. I hope it does, because I don't want to go through another name change. Now, for the content, like I said, it's primarily a booktube channel. So, anyways, yeah, primarily a booktube channel. So you're going to see a lot of book content, book reviews, stuff like that. I've compared some book to movie adaptations, which I plan to do a lot more. So honestly, if you're not into books, movies, music, which most people are, especially books, if you're not into somebody talking about learning their spiritual path, channel's probably not for you. Let's see. Here's another one. If you died today, how would you want people to remember you? I'd want people to remember me just as a kind person, somebody that was caring about others. Maybe something a little bit more personal towards me. I would say maybe creative. Hopefully, I will have a book published by the time I die. Can you say my name? Is it Aaliyah or Elia? What's your favorite genre of books? I don't have specific favorites. I mean, I guess there's ones that I gravitate towards more. Like, over the last few years, I've been getting more into dystopian fiction. I like the kind of realistic fiction, that, I like John Green books, okay? They're good in my opinion. So I like realistic fiction that deals with like heavy topics. I guess I have more individual books versus genres that I like, because genres can kind of bend and blur, right? So I guess there's more authors I'm gravitating towards, or like just styles, right? Because like I loved Goosebumps growing up. I still reading Goosebumps. I like John Green and Libba Bray. I love the Hunger Games. So, all different kinds, really. I'm just not that into like straight up like romance or excessive gore and horror. Those are the only things that I really won't read. But do people enjoy reading bad books in the same way people enjoy reading bad movies? Um, I don't know about everyone else, but I tend to kind of DNF books that I'm not enjoying at the time. But I guess it's a little different because something can be bad and entertaining. So I guess it really depends on the person. I would I would say probably not too much, only because books take longer to get through than movies, right? Because you can watch a movie like in an hour, and depending on how long the book is, it can take like several days. So that really depends on if the bad is entertaining you enough to keep going. More of a psychological book guy myself. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to expand and get into different things, so um, I got, I guess, some books on the list that could be considered more on the psychological genre level, whatever you want to call it. Reading is more time consuming than watching movies. Yeah, it is. I mean, that depends, you know, for the most part it is. I mean, unless you're gonna like marathon movies and stuff, right? Which to some degree I will be doing because I will be doing the Disney era rankings because there's like several of them and other people have done this and I like hearing, their opinions and their rankings on movies. There are some that's going to be hard because they have like really good ones in that time period. What's the worst book you ever picked up? That's a good one. That's a good one because I can't say that I've ever finished a book I completely hated, right? And I've read the first Twilight book. It wasn't as bad as people say, but it also wasn't as good as some of like the Twilight fans like to say. I don't know if I've ever read a book that was that bad. Well, no. And I don't know if I'd call it absolutely horrible, but I didn't like All American Girl by Meg Cabot. I just didn't like the main character. Why do you care so much about your sister's boyfriend, right? I don't know. It was supposed to be this book, where she, I think, saved the president's son or something like that. And the book mainly focused on her, obsession, again, with her sister's boyfriend. That's what I got out of it. But yeah, some of the things that will be coming to the channel or continuing on the channel, either way, um, will be individual book reviews because, like I said, I just don't feel that doing wrap ups gives the books enough individual attention, I guess. I don't say everything that I want to say because I have to hurry up and, you know, talk about the other books. Movie reviews might still be wrap ups because, again, me and Nate, we have another channel that we talk about movies on. And we're going to be doing some other stuff on there too, like games and stuff. And that one's called Popcorn and Earbuds. Yeah, I get it. You said you want to write a book. So I am currently, so I've written four, but they're very small, like only 100 so pages. Two of them are short stories, like a book of short stories, and the other two are poetry books. I am currently writing a sort of chapter book. Like, I wanted to be like the length of a Goosebump book, maybe a little bit longer, but more geared towards adults. So I'm writing like this series of like little novellas, chapter books, whatever you want to call it. And my first story deals with jackalopes. So I've written four small books. I'm writing another small book. I plan on writing a YA fantasy that deals or that revolves around like zodiac signs um, sometime this year. Like, I won't finish it this year, obviously, because I'm doing like a lot of research on different cultures and mythologies and stuff to do this. So I have written a book, and I do want to write a book because I like writing. Hello, how are you feeling? I'm doing okay. How are you? But yeah, I definitely recommend checking out Popcorn Earbuds because the channel is, I mean, we've been on there for a little while, but we just haven't had a chance to put a whole lot of content on there, so. But I definitely want to get more stuff going on that channel as well because I'm going to, like I said, maybe do wrap-ups on this one and then do like more in-depth reviews or like spoiler reviews on that channel. Yeah, it does. Yeah, well, I gotta wear it, unfortunately. I guess it's not a bad one. Um, Writing a full-length book takes a lot of commitment to a certain idea. Yeah, it does. I think that's mainly why I've stuck to short stories. Like, I love short stories. Like, I like read them. They're fun. They're like these little adventures contained into something. But I eventually want to like expand just one story. And I'm hoping to make it at least a little longer than than my previous books. I eventually want to do more vlogging. I just don't really go anywhere to vlog right now. I also want to start reading some more of my original work on there. I mean, I have a whole playlist of poetry and stuff, but eventually I want to get a copy of my book because, like I said before, I have to order it. But I'm going to get a copy from Amazon so I can sit there and read and I don't have to remember off the computer and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I will vlog like when I have something to talk about, but I'm talking about like the outdoor day in the life adventure kind of things. I still definitely can do ones at home. And I plan on doing some more of those as well. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes though, I'll just like get the scenery and stuff, and it really depends. I haven't done like an outdoor one you know, like where I have something to show and stuff like that. It's been a little while, but you know, I still try to do like basic vlogs when I can. But yeah, I definitely love the ones where, you know, there's something going on. Once in a while, it's nice to see ones that are kind of like relaxing and naturey and stuff. Like, I have a few of those in my vlog playlist. I used to live in a place where we couldn't like get internet and stuff, so it was like kind of had to entertain yourself. Yes.
Where's my cake and my coffee?
Oh.
Did you almost fall off the box? Did you almost fall off the box?
I was on YouTube.
What you doing on YouTube?
What?
What you doing on YouTube?
I was on live. You live around a lot of naturey stuff. Not at the moment, no. It's not very pretty out where I'm at right now.
I can hear you.
But I used to. I'm talking on the thing. No. But yeah, I used to live in Minnesota, and this one place that we had, there was just like a lot of like trees around, and I think it was closer to like a lot of like farmland, so we kind of were like not drastically nowhere, but not amongst a lot of things either. And so a lot of my earlier stuff, like my video of getting the mail or just the birds, that's all in Minnesota. And I miss that. It was very peaceful, but very, very cold. I mean, I think if anything, I'd stay in the Midwest. I would love to travel though, but I think this is probably like the best area to live, like season wise and other things. But seeing mountains are nice. We went and stayed in Arizona and California for a little while before coming back here, so we got to see the mountains out there. But something that doesn't have too much of an actual like change of season, I don't know if I really want to live there. Like, I've tried it. The only thing I don't really care for is winter. Like, snow is pretty. Snow, snowflakes. But it's so freaking cold. Oh my god. Yeah, California is super pretty. I didn't get to see too much of it just because of stuff going on. I would like to probably go back and visit and maybe see different things there. Like I said, maybe one day I'll be a successful author and I can travel. Travel around the States doing book promotions. Yeah, that's one of the things that I would love to do is travel. I want to like travel in different places around the world, but I'll probably start with the entire United States first. I kind of want to go around and get like maybe a coffee mug from each state. Like I have a few shot glasses that are put away right now. I'll have to find them later. But I do have like 4 or 5, maybe, because I got one from Arizona. Oddly enough, I wasn't able to get one in California. I had somebody bring me one from a trip, but I have no idea if that thing is even still intact. It's somewhere in storage. But I had one from Arizona, and I believe Colorado, Utah. A lot of these were like things I passed through and back. So I think there was, Arizona, Colorado, Utah, I think Nevada, and Texas. So maybe at least 5. To be fair, unfortunately, traveling is so expensive. Yeah, it is. It is. And you know, we were originally planning on staying out there and not coming back here. But unfortunately, things just didn't work out because it does take a lot of money to travel. We traveled by car, and it took several days. Well, not several, like at least a few days. But I guess going back and forth, it would be considered that. But yeah, it's very expensive. That's why I don't do it now. Or else I'd be all over the place if I could. But I am poor right now. At least too poor to travel. Gotta live that TV life. Uh, Even regular people on TV are probably doing better than the most of us, okay? Oh, RV. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Um, I see that now. Okay, yeah, okay. The print's like really small, so wish they would make that a little bit bigger. But yeah, that makes sense. But even that you gotta have money for, so. And then there's having a place and having all your stuff in it so when you go home. I know some people like just stay in those things, but I got too much stuff. Yeah, some kind of remote work too. Yeah, yeah, that is true. But I think I'm just gonna stick to what I got for right now and work on my stories and go from there. I've sent out a children's book to a place. I highly doubt anything's gonna happen with it. I mean, they say it takes 4 months, so I still got time, but you know. And if it doesn't work out, I can always just rewrite and resend things out. I mean, who knows? I'm working on my stuff, trying to promote my stuff. I gotta write more to get more of an audience. But I will eventually. Like, I'm working on it now, but, life gets in the way. I think if I send anything out to an actual publisher besides the children's book that I wrote, it's probably going to be the fantasy novel. I've started a story on Kindle Vella, which I probably will try to link again. And I gotta finish that, but I just want to get some more readers before I focus on that. So yeah, there's a lot of projects that I'm like currently in the middle of. What time is it? It is. Oh, it's not even 10 o'clock yet. Okay. Back up on that box, Spirit. Move from one box to the other, huh? It's my cat. Of course, yeah, the Spotty Pixelayon as a box. Aw. Yeah, I have a white cat. His name is Spirit. He's about 10 years old. What's he named after? We were just trying to figure out a good name for a white cat. So we settled on Spirit, spirit ghost kind of thing. My mom, she has an orange cat, a ginger cat named Jasper. That's a boring answer. Well, I mean, he's a cat. We were driving by and there was like this farm that had a sign, free kittens, and we went over there and we picked the cute looking one. There was like two white ones and my dad's like, this one looks cuter. That one turned out to be the boy. I'm not sure if the other one was a boy or a girl, but obviously he's a boy. Because they were just kittens. But yeah, we were going through a whole bunch of names for like cats and white cats and stuff, and I thought Spooky or something like that at first, but that doesn't really fit a white cat because I was kind of going with like the ghost theme. But that's more suitable for like a black cat. But yeah. That really depends on his mood and what he wants. But normally he's a sweetie. He is just like all up in your face. He wants the cuddles, he wants the attention. So yeah, typical cat, same as mine. Yeah, they're pretty much. I can't complain about them. They both get along pretty well for the most part. Don't really get into too much. Don't really do those sporadic runs. But like I said, Spirit's an older cat, so he's not going to do that too much. Oh my God, it is freaking hot. I think it's supposed to be up to 90 today. I fucking hate the heat. I hate the summer. I mean, it has its good moments and everything. It's not freezing cold. I just kind of prefer the spring where it's more cool. Summer is overrated. I mean, like I said, it has its good moments. It's just there's not a whole. It's like winter and summer. It's like there's extreme heat and extreme cold, and you can't do anything in either one of them because it's just too much. It's supposed to rain today, though. I really hope it does because I love the rain. I'll be at work when it's raining, but it's gonna rain. It's supposed to. What time is it now? Oh, almost 10 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, true. I definitely prefer it to be a lot cooler. 70, 75 isn't bad. Definitely not bad. Ugh. Yeah, I guess that's comfortable. What's today's word for all? Couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. But yeah, I noticed more people coming onto my live, and I know that's like the new thing with YouTube because, before I would only get the actual subscribers and stuff. So yeah, if you guys are interested, check out my other videos. Like I said, I have several playlists of vlogs and book reviews, book discussions, book to movie adaptation discussions, movie reviews, stuff about life in general sometimes. It really depends. Sure thing, I'll do that. Yeah, and, feel free to leave comments and stuff. Feedback is always good. It always helps. But I should get going on things, so I will say goodbye to you guys. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.